We're back here in Inside the Ropes with an old friend of Inside the Ropes. Mr. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, the one and only, former WWE champion. I mean, I could list your repertoire all day long.
We'd be here all day, though.
All day.
So, yeah, it's best you just...
We'll just stop.
Get on with the interview.
It's SummerSlam weekend. We just did a great Make-A-Wish party there. You were at the 2K party last night. I know you're a game guy, so did you get a chance to play around with 2K team? What do you think?
I didn't get a chance to really play it. They just had the, like a prototype or whatever.
You were one of the guys that you could play in it.
Yeah. I mean, I look good. I could say that, but I really had a chance to sit down and play it.
So, with being a gaming guy, what would you say is the best wrestling video game of all time?
Come on. Everybody knows that I think the best wrestling game is, Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. Everybody knows that about me. You don't even have to ask. You look it up. It's probably on Wikipedia or something. AJ's favorite game.
Because we asked Xavier Woods and he said it was WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah, but it was only because he doesn't even know what Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is. He doesn't know.
Maybe you should play that with him on Up, Up, Down, Down.
Well, we're going to have to find a way to get it because it will require a Nintendo 64 to actually play it. And I don't know that he has the capability of a 64 because it's older to, so everybody can see it, on the computer. It'd be, I don't know if it's possible.
We'll see. So obviously it's been quite a 2017 for you, and recently you won the United States Championship in Madison Square Garden at one point. Talk to us a little bit about that, about winning the title in the Garden. How did that come around, and what was that experience like?
I think it was amazing. It's something that WWE doesn't do. I mean, on a live event for a belt to switch hands is unheard of, really. I think the last time it was done was like 2012, and it was the tag titles. But this was the United States Championship, and it was done in Madison Square Garden. It doesn't get much bigger than that. And if you're going to switch a championship, that's the place to do it. Now,
was Vince McMahon there that night? Because obviously it's his...
Nope.
No?
Nope. Wasn't there.
Which is interesting because obviously Madison Square Garden used to kind of be the hub for New York, and does it still have that vibe? Do you think when you go there, does it still have the kind of Madison Square Garden vibe about it when you do a show there?
Well, you guys got to understand that, if you're going to compete in Madison Square Garden when it comes to wrestling, you can't do it with anybody else other than WWE. So for me, it still has that wow factor.
And obviously, with SummerSlam, you're going to enter it with Kevin Owens. Shane McMahon's the referee. With the program with Kevin Owens you've had so far, how have you found it? How have you found it's worked out for you?
Well, I mean, I think they've been great matches, and I think this one will be unique and everything, not just because I'm wrestling Kevin Owens, but like Shane McMahon's in it. So I don't know what to expect. I don't think anyone does. It's one of those things you just have to watch to see.
And a couple of weeks ago, you guys on SmackDown had a triple threat with Chris Jericho, who came back, who you're obviously very familiar with. So was Kevin Owens. Do you feel like having things like Chris Jericho come in and do a spot, or Shane being a referee, that they're cool elements to add into your program with Kevin Owens, just to make it a little bit different than just just matches?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always a cool element when you can bring somebody else into the mix. Jericho was awesome. I think probably one of the best SmackDown matches of the year. And then now having Shane McMahon at SummerSlam and not knowing what's going to happen, that's a good thing.
And looking forward towards next year's WrestleMania, you've done 2 WrestleManias now, Shane and Chris Jericho. Is Nakamura the match? Because everybody else keeps talking about that. Everyone keeps wanting that match, and you guys had the sort of face-off at Money in the Bank. Is that the match, do you think? Is that the one that you would want if it was your choice?
Well, I mean, I just want to be at WrestleMania, but if I had to pick one, and knowing that he's the only guy on SmackDown that's available, that I haven't wrestled yet, I think that'd be awesome.
And talk a little bit about Money in the Bank and you guys facing off, because it was just kind of, we've got this ladder match going on, there's a lot of chaos, but it almost seemed a little bit like time stood still when you two faced off through that ladder, because people kind of realised, oh, this is happening now. How was that moment for you?
It was awesome. It's exactly what you wanted it to be, with Nakamura and AJ Styles staring at each other, not knowing exactly what's going to happen. Will it be stopped? And you got a little taste of what could happen if Nakamura and I are in a match together.
And yesterday, Busted Open Radio, who do a lot of work with WWE, they have guys on the show, they broke a story where they said there's a rumour that Triple H might be coming to SmackDown Live as a superstar towards the end of the year through WrestleMania. And I just wondered, if that was to happen, do you think, what would happen if Triple H was added to the SmackDown roster, guys? Would it shake things up, do you think?
I think it would definitely shake things up. Losing John Cena to free agency or whatever it is they're calling it sucks. But to add Triple H to the ballgame, it'd be fun.
So John Cena being a free agent, is that something? Do you think it's good to have like maybe one or two guys who can be a sort of free agent and go between brands, or would you rather see it kind of be you're exclusive to one or the other?
Well, selfishly, I want to see him on SmackDown only. I don't want him over at Raw. You know, he was a SmackDown guy, so I don't know, man. Part of me likes it, but the other part hates it. So I don't really know how to answer it other than that.
And obviously, there was a rumor at the beginning of the year that you would maybe be facing The Undertaker before, obviously, he retired. Well, he had his match with Roman Reigns. But the question I was going to ask you is, do you think he is retired, or do you think he will do one more? Because it seems like people are starting again, you know, to rumble. Is he going to come back? Is he going to do one more? Do you think we might see him again?
Man, I'm not sure how to answer that. Would I love to see him back? Yeah. Was it sad to see him go? Yes. Is it his decision at the end of the day? Absolutely. So if he feels up to it, I would love to have him back. But at the same time, what a great career he's had. So it's understandable if he decided to hang him up.
And looking at SummerSlam tomorrow night, apart from your match with Kevin Owens, what other match are you looking forward to? What match are you looking forward to actually seeing play out?
I think the four-way, Brock and the rest of the crew with Joe, Braun and Roman. I think everybody's looking forward to that match because you got four behemoths in the ring together that who knows what's going to happen. I think that's going to be a great match. That's one I'm looking forward to.
And then my last question for you is Brock Lesnar. People want to see that match, AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar.
Do they? Do they actually want to see that match?
Would you like to have that? I mean, I'm not saying you would want to go to Suplex City, but
hey, I'll jump in the ring with anybody. I don't care. It's anything can happen in that ring. Anybody can do anything in that ring. And if Brock Lesnar and I got in the ring together, it's not going to be a pushover like a lot of people think. I would give him a handful for sure.
We look forward to seeing it. AJ, thank you very much.
All right, man.